Livingston fuck shits. Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike. He's Jim.
Hi.
There's not a lot in the way of Halloween 2018 updates, so we wanted to do another Halloween video, so we said, fuck it! We'll do it live! I said, god damn!
Fucking thing
This
sucks!
This is the official ranking through all the lands of
Mini-lands.
Just our little
and Narnia.
piece of shit land. Let's count down the best death scenes in Michael Myers history. Now,
Here we go! Take off your bras and panties!
they're not, many at least of them are not actual death scenes because he comes the fuck back.
Yeah.
But you have to count them and you have to rank them, so let's go with the worst Michael Myers death scene, and it's because it's not really a fucking death scene. H2O. The only reason it's last, if the death withstood, because at the end of the movie, right, Jamie Lee Curtis cuts off his head with an axe. Fucking badass, amazing ending. She finally, because everyone says, how do you kill these guys? You gotta chop off their heads, right?
They're not.
It's badass, it's cool shit, it's an awesome ending, but it's not fucking Michael. Technically, Michael died because he fell off a fucking roof and got stabbed or whatever.
He fell on a table and it hurt.
Not a roof, but yeah.
Yeah, he fell on a table. He fell off a banister, hit the table, and he's like, damn, that hurt. I got knocked out.
When you have to think back to it, it's confusing. Like, he just snuck out.
The only
like,
good thing about that scene is it does show Michael's sneakiness. Like, the fact that he can be a sneaky feaky.
do not underestimate the sneaker.
Don't get crazy now. but he pretends to be dead. He's not really dead at all. So, I mean, you find that out in HA. But, again, if you did want to look at it as definitive and that he died, then yeah, it holds up.
You know, if the head chop scene was legit, if that was actually Michael, that would have been way higher.
But I really got mad when I first watched that movie. And I was like, Michael, no! Because I didn't want that to. It just
You can't kill Ricardo Montalban!
no one would have killed me. But yeah.
But it was underestimating Sleep because he actually snuck out of that situation.
He got cut his larynx.
Yeah,
cut his larynx
and put his mask on. So that's pretty cool. But it wasn't even a death scene. So
Michael's smart.
By default, it has to go last. I don't even want it to because the next one is fucking way worse.
Woohoo! You got kung fu fucked up with some electric rain in your ass.
Busta Rhymes roundhouse kicks Michael and says trick or treat bitch or whatever the fuck it was he said.
Burn, motherfucker! Burn!
And then gets interviewed outside. He's like, Michael Myers had a soundbite? He's pure evil. Like, is this Loomis? Is this fucking Loomis?
He got electrocuted, which, I mean, at least he got electrocuted. I mean, Busta Rhymes technically didn't kill him. I hold hopes in my dark heart in farts that if Michael had got his legs up under him, he would have fucking crackhammered that asshole across the stake, because the goddamn electricity, somebody fucking left it on and he got electrocuted. But that's what it was. That's really what killed him. So, but that was a cool scene. Other than the bullshit roundhouse kick, at least he died by fire and grace.
I don't even remember for sure if it was a roundhouse kick. I just know it sucked.
It was bullshit.
Like Busta Rhymes kicking Michael Myers' ass is the stupidest fucking. And that was the second time he punked him in that movie, because remember when he's pretending to be Michael and he runs into him in the mask and he thinks he's somebody else and Michael just stands there and does like he's scared, like Michael Myers is scared of fucking woo-ha, got you all a check, like what the fuck?
Yeah, they made Michael Myers in that movie make it seem like he was no more than a Disney mascot that you could just slap around and take a piss on. Like they really fucking disrespected the shit out of that character.
I hate it!
So number 7, coming on the back heels of that bullshit, is H2, the Rob Zombie remake. I'm not a fan of Rob Zombie's H2. I think that's been clearly established. The first 30 minutes of that movie is amazing, but the end scene when the death happens, the only problem I have with it, other than the main death scene, at least it's a kind of graphic, gory scene, and you have a resolution between Michael, at least Rob Zombie's version of Michael and Loomis, and he obviously hated fucking Loomis. Like, fuck you, let's, because Loomis told him, he's like, why you want your wife to fucking have unicorns all the time? Other than, you know, Loomis walking in, seeing goddamn Sherry Moon and all this other bullshit going on, the violence that Tyler Mane portrays in that is badass. I do like, it's very, very violent.
For as much shit as we talk about what Rob Zombie did with Michael in H2, making him like a hobo, and all that shit. Tyler Mane did a great job
he did awesome.
acting in that. So I want to say that first. That scene is kind of funny though, because Laurie thinks she's being held down by Dave Fair, and she's like, I can't get up, and Loomis is just getting pissed. He's like, stop it right now.
Like he did this stop it thing, like when you're trying to pretend that you're sick and you're like gonna vomit and your mom's telling you you're still gonna go to school. Stop it! She's like, stop it! Stop it! And you're like, Mom, seriously. And then she's like, stop it! Oh, and then she's like, there's nothing wrong. I'll take you to the hospital. She's like, okay, I'll go to school. So I didn't get no shot. I hate needles. But yeah, so that one's a good one. That was a decent death scene.
It is for the movie, except for Michael Myers making noises.
Yeah,
He's way too goddamn noisy in that
grunt.
scene. And in one of the versions, at least, he screams "die," which fucking just punched me in the dick.
Wow! I also like he sounds like Haggard from Final Fight when he gets hit. He's like, like he sounds like Haggard. But yeah, so moving on from that turd to a little bit of a turd, but at least a little shinier.
Get a little better.
Halloween 4. Now, is it the most dramatic end of all time? Fuck no. I mean, it's happened before. We've seen it a million times. A bunch of the good old boys and the cops show up and they blast Michael into fucking oblivion and knock his ass down a well shaft. And you're like, damn, he got hit with everything. That motherfucker got that shit. Shop Smart. Shop S-Smart. He got that from fucking, S-Smart. That shotguns everywhere.
He died like Sonny and Godfather, man.
Yeah, this was like a Fall Out Boy concert. People had all guns. They were shooting the shit out of you.
He looks like someone who's drunk and trying to dance, though. He's like...
I think that point, like, it was like, the Fall Out Boy should have, he's like, you will remember.
Sugar, we're going down swinging.
Legends. But yeah, he did. But there's one part where he got shot and somebody goes like, and he looks like, he's like, what? He's like, what kind of bullet was that? But yeah, I mean,
or it looked like he didn't want to dance, but the beat was so tight, he was like.
getting bars. But yeah, he had like a little thing going on. But I think nobody again, we didn't get to go watch this in theaters with Halloween 4, but I don't think if we had been our age and going to see this that anybody would have thought he was for real dead. Because that motherfucker took some major bullets. I mean, most people would be like, fuck, no.
He's like, meth is crazy, dog. He's on them bath salts.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Yeah, but
number five going up the list now is the original Halloween. Now, it's the best movie by far. Mm-hmm. As far as just the actual death scene, though, he takes a... You could
argue, like a man.
you could argue that it's the best death scene because of what it means and how it surprises you that, oh god, he's not
iconic.
He's not human.
Yeah.
And that's right. But just as far as like cool badass death scene, he gets shot a few times by Loomis, 7 to be exact. People say it's 6, but it's actually 7. And falls off the roof, and then they look over the roof, and he's just.
But then you get that classic thump bum 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 bum. That's badass.
And the best part about that is you can hear the.
Yeah, he was out of breath. So that really fucking hurt Loomis. I like Loomis's face. It's like shit.
That's what I sound like after I fuck up a Taco Bell $5 box. Just.
That's how
sitting in your.
That's
shame.
just how I feel every day after work. But yeah, I always thought that scene was funny because it zooms in on Loomis's face and he knows it's fucked, but he's trying not to let Laurie know. And he's like. Oh shit! And like he's trying, but she's like, oh, and he's like, I didn't do a good enough job. I do think it's funny though when he shoots him the first time, he shoots him like that, and then he bounces back, and you just see him in the shadow. He goes, Michael's just standing there, and he's like, damn. Yeah, because he's like, was that a real fucking bullet? He's like shaking and shit. But then when he gets shot, he goes, us, yes, us. But yeah,
move with it, Michael. Just move with it.
He does. He got a little dance script. But yeah, I mean, it's iconic as fuck. It's a great scene. But is it the best Michael scene? I don't think so.
Not death.
Let's move on.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna shock people a little bit, but above that, just as far as death scenes, you remember, death. Just the death scene. Rob Zombie's Halloween original. Rob Zombie's original Halloween.
The remake.
Rob Zombie.
Devil's Rejects.
It's actually really emotional because as we've talked about the first movie 1,000 times, it's actually a good movie with some dirty Rob Zombie-ness in it, and it sucks that they gave him a backstory, which you should never fucking do.
No.
But as a movie, it's pretty damn good still yet at the end of the day. And when she's on top of him and she's got that gun in his fucking face.
What
like
are you describing?
the last night's sexual escapade. I've had better.
Just do.
I'm recovering from a bad sexual episode.
Well, you're young. It happens.
But she's got that gun right up into his face, man, and it's so emotional and a cathartic release where she pulls the trigger, and then you just hear the screams, and then they show like the baby pictures of Michael and shit. It was intense, and it was really good.
That was fucking crazy. That was a cool scene because, you know, in that moment, again, it's Rob Zombie's remake, and it's his world at this point. You're thinking like maybe Michael's just trying to make a connection with her, and then she blows his fucking face off, which you find out later on. She just skins this shit. I don't know what happened, but you thought in the movie, you're like, God damn, she blew his fucking. That was a lot of blood.
She was upset because that was a nice mask.
That was a beautiful.
Now
mask.
she knows H2 is gonna happen. That's what she's so upset about. Next up, it's getting into the real good shit now, McGregor.
I like this one.
Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Not, obviously, the producer's cut ending.
Scott Lang comes through again with the Ant-Man save!
Because in the producer's cut ending, there is no Michael Myers death because he gets stopped by the runes, Sheriff, and he walks off wearing the coat.
I always thought the rune thing was funny, though, because it's like somebody rolled a 12 in Dungeons & Dragons. He's like, you can't move! Bless you. You're like, what the fuck? But yeah, Paul Rudd, man. He fucks his shit up. Yeah. And it was cool though because they show how they weakened him enough for him to do that. They like stab him with the fucking juice, with the fucking Gatorade juice, the poison, and then Paul Rudd just goes apeshit. He walks out a lot of animosity from the fucking 70s. He's like, you killed my shit! Like, I was having a great time. I might have been talking to that girl later on, and, you know, you ruined my popcorn.
Later on, I will fuck my stepsister and fucking Clueless!
No, the little girl that came over to hang out with him. In the first original one.
No, I know. I'm just saying that he fucks his stepsister.
He did. Oh, yeah, he did.
At least he wants to.
He
does. You
does.
imagine that later on he does.
I mean, I can't blame him.
While the dad from Night at the Roxbury stands there upset.
How can you say no? She's hot. At least his Silverstone is smoking.
It was a stepsister.
Yeah, it's just that.
Anyways,
the pipe is amazing, and he smoked it afterwards. But no, he beat the shit out of him with it, and it was cool. I always watched that scene. I felt bad. Really, when I was a kid, and I still kind of feel bad when I'm watching. It's iconic, man. Michael Myers is legend, and when he's hitting I was like, stop! And then you see like the green shit coming out of his eyes. Like, you've killed him. Great job. You've killed him. You've taken him from us.
Oh, great. Now no one can go to college.
Fuck you. But I felt like Orange County. Look at me, bro. I never went to college. Check me out. But yeah, man, that scene is intense. Like, honestly, the way they go shoom 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 with the edits on that, it's a great scene.
And it helps that it was predecessed by one of the greatest Michael scenes of all time, where he fucks up that room full of doctors and nurses.
Man, that was that's gotta be the best.
Fuck, dude.
The best.
But I mean, it was just the fact that like when in horror movies, whenever they kill these people off, it's usually like a couple hits, and you're thinking if that were me and I was against Michael, I would hit him nonstop with that pipe until there was no doubt. And this movie actually gives you that. It's those quick edits of him swinging the pipe, and he just keeps hitting him over and over and over again. And it's just it's a goddamn visceral, just badass.
Goddamn masterpiece!
I liked it a lot.
And not to mention the fact that I mean, they weren't stupid about it. They were like, well, there's no way that a human like Paul Rudd would be able to really fuck him up with the pipe because they've tried that before. They injected him with the poison again. That makes total sense.
He was all hopped up on ectochloroquine.
So he was like, God damn, I'm fucking high as shit. So I can't even do anything.
Number 2. This is just fucking amazing. The ending to the original Halloween 2. Yeah. It's just when Michael went. It was such a fucking badass set piece. Yeah, he did.
He went through a lot.
He stumbles to that fucking door and she shoots him in the eyeballs twice like a fucking marksman. The perfect blood tears mask, him standing there like, what the hell's up?
Those lessons have worked.
And he's all fucked up. And then not only that, you get a great scene with Laurie gets her ending because she shoots him twice in the eyeballs, and that's badass. And then Loomis gets the ultimate, what you thought was a send-off, because they're in that room and he releases the gas and then lights him on fire. Not only that, but then you've got that badass shot of Michael fucking, I can't be stopped, god damn it! This is what it looks like when Taco Bell's closed and you're really drunk, but you still want it.
We mentioned Taco Bell a lot. I hope we get a sponsor
one day. And he just keeps fucking walking until finally he falls over. Just a beautiful scene.
When you first hit that Diablo sauce. No, but yeah, when he came out on fire and he was walking all stiff and shit, he's like, think you can stab me in the back, eh? I was like, yes, Michael, come. You come do it, Mike. And then he's like, come, oh shit, Gary. And then he's like, and then, you saw when he fell down though. He fell down so completed though. He was like, damn, it's hot. He's like, fuck it. But yeah, I did like Loomis in that scene too. Loomis is like turning the gas. It's like, go on, get out of here. He's like Laurie. He's like, get out of here, go. get your ass away from that. And he's doing the whole fucking thing. And I mean, I like that whole thing. He was going down with his monster.
Yeah.
Like, he was going down with his monster. And I thought that was a cool scene. And I mean, really, it showed Michael as unstoppable as he could be. I mean, he got blinded. Like, he's got no fucking eyeballs left. If that bitch shot him twice in the eyeballs, there's nothing left. Yeah. And he's swinging a scalpel, and he doesn't care. No. And I bet he didn't even shower, so his fucking BO is hitting everybody.
I'm glad there are sequels and we have all this lore to talk about, but that would have been a fucking send-off.
Now, well, this leads us into the first pick, okay? Our first pick for Michael Myers' best death scene of all time.
This will be controversial, I feel like.
I think everybody's going to have their own opinion, so it's fine. You guys can have your opinions. We're going to have our opinions. Don't worry about how we're going to get our opinions. Go get your opinions.
Chicken nuggets.
And bring it to it! Halloween 5. At the very end of Halloween 5, when Loomis throws the chain on him and just goes fucking ape shit. It's like, you owe me money, bitch time. And it's like, it's been 3 weeks! And just beating the hell out of him with that pipe. We actually remade that scene in one of our earlier videos. It was actually really fun. But Michael got beat up bad.
So, dude, it's the most hands-on death scene, and it's between.
It was like, Death Wish. It was fucking straight Death Wish.
It's hands-on, and it's almost an emotional scene because it's Loomis with a fucking 2x4, and it's the closest thing you'll ever get to a Loomis versus Myers fist fight.
That's all we had, yeah.
And he's just, dude, he's hitting him over and over again, and Loomis is literally fucking dying. He's having a goddamn heart attack. Yeah. And to me, even though that movie's a pile of shit in many aspects, that ending scene was just so intense, and Loomis literally falls on top of his monster, has a heart attack, and goes.
He looked at him like, he's like, damn, your breath. Your breath's strong?
Falls over literally on top of him after like giving the last ounce of his life to fucking stopping the beast. And it's just, to me, it's amazing. Even though, technically, again, it's not a death. That was a death scene. It just was.
Yeah, if you'd left that alone and never made another Halloween movie ever again, I mean, God, it would have been a really travesty after H5. I mean, it was left alone for quite a while. But if there was never a scene where he was in the jail, you'd be like, you know what, that's kind of a poetic ending. You know, Loomis and Michael dying together, and that's it. I mean, because there's the specifics of that scene, not just the fact that he's beating the fuck out of him, and he's got some goddamn power for an older dude. And yes, okay, I know that Michael had been tranked and shit. They used the tranquilizer, which made it cooler. There's one scene where they trank him and that fucking chain thing goes up and he's like, fuck, I hate drugs! And, but then Loomis runs and he's like, I got you now. And then he like starts, but then when he's like, die, and he starts screaming die, because, you know, up to that point, I think that it all just broke on Loomis. I'm never, ever, I mean, I think he'd already realized that Michael was evil, but I think that some part of him, some deep, dark part, had thought maybe he could save him, and at this point he was like, there's nothing I can do except take you down all the way, take you down to Chinatown, and in you.
You want to tip you behind the stock!
And he's like, die, and then he knows you know, there's one scene where he's holding the pipe up and he can feel it, like he knows he's dying. And he keeps hitting him with his last bit of energy to send him off and kill him forever, and collapses on top of him. Man, that scene, as poetic as it is, and what it looks like, it's a masterpiece. I think that's the only scene I will ever say about Halloween 5 that is a masterpiece.
We're not saying this is the right list. It's not a definitive list. I look more forward than anything to hearing what your all's list of this topic is, and I wonder where 2018 is going to fall into.
Oh my God!
Woo!
I can't wait!
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Woo! Woo! Woo!
We love your fucking faces, and if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some sick goddamn whale up in you. We're going to be doing Halloween videos for fucking ever, so if you like Halloween, subscribe, click that goddamn fucking bell, man. We love your fucking face. A ding dang do.
Love you fucking faces.
Checks in the mail.
I'll tell you what. Leave those people alone in Haddonfield.
Yes. Taco night, Mike. Taco stealth, Mike. I have 2 Michaels. Yeah. Well, eat it, Mike. My breath, Mike. Oh, I like the orange ones, Michael, but I gotta get it pink. Oh, Mike.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.